Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Blake Damon here with another Sims 4 kit review. The Blooming Rooms kit has just come out and you're wondering whether or not you should get it. I just got the kit, so let's take a look at all the items together so you can decide whether or not this kit is for you. We'll start with the accent tables. First up we have Of Glass and Greenery. This is a console table perfect for hallways. I like it, it looks modern with a clear glass top. I like the moss underneath and the plant draping off the sides. The swatches, they're okay. There are 3 plain swatches and the rest have an accent on the rim of the base. Next up we have Lush Reflections End Table. As the name suggests, this is an end table. It looks like it's supposed to pair really nicely with the previous table. It also has a glass top with plants underneath. The swatches are okay. Like the previous table, there are 3 plain swatches and the rest have an accent on the rim of the base. Next we'll move on to displays. Our first item is called the Cryptic Triptych Shelf. Bit of a tongue twister. This is a display shelf for 3 potted plants, but I think you can put whatever you want on them. I actually bought something similar to this from IKEA, which makes me love this item just a little bit more. The swatches are pretty good. I mean, they're basic swatches, they're all very solid, and there's a plain black and a plain white one as well. The next one is called Green Home Greenhouse Shelf. This is a display cabinet with 2 levels and glass walls on 3 sides. Actually, IKEA has something very similar, but with doors. The swatches are okay. They're all solid, plain, very safe. I think I would have liked it if they took a little risk maybe and put some patterning maybe. Just something to give it a little bit of variety. The next one is called Houseplant Hobbyist Shelving. This is a metal display shelf that looks like it's a working station for repotting plants or something like that. It has some very interesting items on the shelf. I really like the boots and the plants and the cute little garden hat. I also love the really worn bits on the metal. It makes it look used. The swatches are okay. All the swatches retain the worn bits on the metal, but I think they could have given us some new looking swatches without the worn bits. This red one is a lot. This next one is called Go Geo Plant Shelving. This is a wall shelf mostly made up of hexagons and triangles with plants inside the shapes. I think this one is one of my favorite items. I really like the swatches. They're mostly two-toned. My favorite has got to be the pink and blue one, although I don't know if I'll ever use it. And now let's move on to indoor plants. This first item is called the Propagation Station. This item is a stand with 2 Florence flasks and plants growing out of them. This is actually one of my favorite items. The swatches, they're okay. They're all very solid, very plain swatches. I like how this stand still looks like wood in most of these swatches. Next we have Green Goddess Pothos. This is a hanging plant, specifically a pathos plant, and this attaches to the ceiling. I love plants that hang off the ceiling and I'm really glad that we're getting some more. The swatches are really good. They show off the pathos plant in all its variations, which I love. This next one is called Superb Nasturtiums. This is a tiny little animal themed pot with nasturtiums in it. This item I think is the cutest in the kit. The swatches are of course fantastic. There are 3 different animals to choose from. There's a dog, there's a pig, and we have some sort of woodland creature which I can't tell what it's supposed to be. This next item is called Ferntastic Mr. Fern. This is a wall hanging pot with a Boston fern in it. The swatches are okay. There aren't that many and they're all pretty safe, but I've never seen a Boston fern look like this before. This next one is called the Triostar Stromanth. It's a very, very tiny item. As the name suggests, this is a very small pot with a Stromanth in it. The swatches, they're pretty good. They do an excellent job of showcasing the Stromanth's different varieties. This one is called Wall of Verdant Vases. This is a wall hanging item. It's a bunch of clear containers with plants in them. The swatches are okay. They're all pretty safe, but I think I would have liked to see a few in opaque or maybe bright swatches just for some variety. This next one is called the Tweedy Planters by Symergy Tea Sensations. This is a wall hanging item. It's a bunch of tin tea containers with plants in them, and they're all sitting on a metal shelf. It's actually kind of cute. The swatches are pretty good. They change the colors of the shelf and the tins, as well as the flowers on the plants. This one is called Sunny Days Citrus Tree. This is obviously a citrus plant on a wicker basket, which is then sitting on a wooden stand. The swatches are okay. You get either oranges or lemons with different colored baskets and stands. This one is called Dieffenbachia. As the name suggests, suggests this is a pot with a Dieffenbachia in it. The swatches are okay. They do a good job of showing off the different varieties of Dieffenbachia with matching pots. This one is called Fortune Favors the Jade Plant. This is, of course, a jade plant, but in a fancy looking pot and a metal stand. This is one of my favorite plants in real life because it doesn't need that much care. It's a succulent, so as long as you don't overwater it, it should be fine. The swatches are okay. Again, very safe, kind of plain. This one is called Faustus the ZZ plant. This is a Zanzibar plant in a modern looking pot. Fun fact, Zanzibar plants don't really need that much care. So if you're looking for a starter plant for indoors, buy this. The swatches are really good. The pots seem to have really good color combinations, which I love. This one is called Desert Rose. As the name gives away, this is a desert rose, but in a really shallow pot. I've never actually seen this plant in real life before. I'm curious. I wonder what the flowers smell like. The swatches in this are pretty good. They just change the color of the flowers and the pot. This one is called a Therapeutic Ficus. This is a huge pot with moss and a ficus on it. I know it doesn't look huge, but it actually is. I really like the little detailing there at the back of the pot with all that moss. The swatches are okay. They just mostly change the color of the pot. I think I would have preferred if there was some swatches on it that had some patterning on it just to give us some variety. This one is called All the Rage Plant Cage. This is one of my favorite items in the entire kit. It's basically a cage with plants hanging off it, and it has rocks at the base. The swatches are really, really good actually. Not only does the cage change colors, but also the pots. I also love the fact that you can choose between moss or rocks in the base. I think I would have liked to see a swatch where the pots are all different colors or shades, or maybe some with patterning. This one is called Biophilic Room Divider. This actually looks like an item I bought from IKEA. It's currently sitting on my deck right now. It's basically a frame with vertical posts, and the pots and the plants are attached to the length of the verticals. I like how the pots aren't all the same color. The swatches are pretty good. They give a good variety of different colored pots, and they even have a couple of plain swatches. Next, we'll move on to window coverings. This one is called the Fine Vine Curtains. This is one of my favorite items in the whole entire kit. It might actually be the favorite item in this kit. It's a curtain made out of pathos vines. So really, how could you not love it? The swatches are good. They did a good job of showing off the different leaf patterns in all the different types of pathos that you can buy. I really like the fact that they included where the pathos is growing out of. I thought that was a pretty good touch. Next, we'll move on to ceiling decorations. This is the Green Goddess Pathos. We've already seen this item when we checked out the indoor plants. And next, we'll move on to floor lamps. This one is called the Green Light Plant Lamp. This actually looks like a hydroponic system with the plants in the water and the lights above them. Looks like the plants are a pathos at the top and a monstera at the bottom. The swatches are okay. The monstera changes color, but the pathos doesn't, and I kind of wish it did. And now we'll move on to ceiling lamps. This one is called String of Pearls Lamp. This is a hanging ceiling light with a plant hanging under it. This is one of my favorite items in the kit. It serves as both a hanging plant and a light, which is genius. The swatches are okay. The base of the light changes color, and the plant sort of does too, but not really. So what did you guys think of this kit? Would you buy it? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the kit. Would I recommend it? Personally, I would, only because it's relatively cheap. Also, I'm a builder, so any new items is always a yes for me. And I also love plants, so that's a double yes. Also, I don't think I've seen any items like this in any of the past kits or packs, so that makes this kit absolutely unique. Anyway, that's it for me. If you like plants, you probably like greenhouses. Check out this tutorial on how to build a really easy greenhouse.